Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us over in the chat. This is the Market Beast, Napoleon Macro. The question on the thumbnail is, did Palantir Technologies just break out? We're going to explore a few things in the charts to understand whether or not that has just happened or just one line in the sand that would actually prevent this breakout from moving forward. So that's what we're going to do in this video, guys. So welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we explore price action and lines on a chart. New subscribers, welcome in. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts here, shall we? So today's September the 17th, 2021, and the current price of Palantir Technologies, $28.30, slightly negative 1.1% for the day. Okay. The instrument is Pltr. Okay. Pardon me. All right, here we are. Here's the levels that I've been following. Okay, we're looking at the weekly format. So if you're noticing these levels, 1582, we can actually get rid of that. 2350 is a very important level that we may not need to worry about anymore, but of course be open to volatility if you're long-term investing. But here's the one line in the sand that if this is in fact a breakout to the upside, I'm actually going to pull up a pattern as well before we close it out. The one level, the line in the sand is going to be $27.03. So basically looking at the weekly format candles, and the way that you identify a breakout is by the candle's body. Notice the price action here as the weekly candles continue to get rejected from this $27.03 level. And as of recently here, it looks like this is a weekly candle that will close in about 4 hours, just under 5 hours. Well, that's a pretty interesting circle there. But this candle is going to close, and this will determine whether or not this is going to be an official breakout for Palantir Tech. Okay. So if this is officially a breakout, then I guess we can say that the market would have a conservative price target. Remember, guys, this is just conservative. I realize it may go substantially higher. Let me know in the comment section how high you think the market is going to go. But the only reason that I have this price target is because of the gap. If you see this large gap in the weekly format candles here, it's been between $30 all the way up to $32. If you're new, I'm no expert in gaps, but they tend to get filled if ever there's a gap on the higher time frames. So naturally the market will just kind of, push to the upside to close that gap. But keep in mind, even if the market actually moves higher, I'm actually expecting a move higher within the next 3 weeks, as long as it stays above 2703. Okay, so that's the line in the sand. If it breaks back below 2703, you can scratch out the entire video. Okay, for now, I do think eventually Palantir Technologies will likely reach higher levels. But the one thing that I wanted to explain to everyone, but if you're new here, I'm sorry, if you're loyal to the channel, you already know what we're going to look for, right? A higher high since back in September when it came out near just below the double digits there, and it moved up. Okay, I mean, it made a high at $45. Okay, it had a really pretty substantial move to the downside, made a low up, higher low, and right now we just need to make a higher high. Okay, higher than $45. So I definitely wanted to explain that so that we're all clear. Even if the market starts to move higher, everyone starts to get excited. Yes, Palantir takes at like $35. We're going to the moon. Excuse me. At least you can just have a level head and say, okay, no, we're looking for a higher high. Napoleon said we're looking for a higher high, higher than $45. Because what happens is if it actually moves higher and it, like, let's just say it does blast off and it goes to like $42 and it starts consolidating, having a little bit of trouble proceeding higher, that's actually a lower high with respect to the candle's bodies. I mean, if you see this, but I'm just using this as an example, okay? If it moves higher and it cannot make a new high, then it's likely that the sellers are still here, and just give the market some time. The sellers are here and the buyers are here. There's two parties, okay? If the sellers try to push a price down, the only thing that you revert back to is the previous level of resistance. Same number, guys, 2703. All right, so that would be the level that I would use as a potential floor leading into next 3 weeks. If the sellers cannot get back below that level, then the buyers are in and have been in full control of the market. Even as the market had that substantial move to the downside, the buyers have been in full control because it has not made a lower low, lower than the all-time lows in the market. Okay, it's just it's in a very large consolidation phase right now, just kind of going up and down, just a normal ebbs and the flows. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to show you before we close out the video, I actually noticed this when I was starting the video here. There's actually a very large W in pattern, and it's again, we're up against a weekly close on this active weekly candle. This green candle right here will close within 5 hours. But let me just go ahead and point out the pattern here. If I already said it, it's a very large Wing pattern, okay, like right here, and we have potentially getting a break of that neckline of the Wing pattern, as the market has had a really nice consolidative phase and it is ready to rip to the upside. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. That was a W pattern. I think it's pretty interesting. Okay, maybe a little arbitrary, but yeah, even if it's arbitrary, it's breaking above the previous level of resistance. That's not arbitrary. That's pretty crystal clear. Okay. So let's see what happens with Palantir Tech. You have my time frame. You have my conservative price target. You have what needs to happen in the overall market. I realized I said one last thing, but one last thing before we close it out. If there's like a very substantial move up, like a vicious rip, and it goes all the way to like $42 in a day, remember, guys, those moves are good for profits, but I mean, for sustainability, I would raise an eyebrow. I would prefer to see these stair steps, the walking up, the 7% up, 3% down, 5% up, 2% down, just that walking. Those are the structural moves in the market that are ideal for, at least for me, to understand whether or not the trajectory will be, the health and wellness of the trajectory will be sustainable, and it will continue to propel to the upside over the long term of this stock. Okay. So that's all I wanted to explain, just kind of the last thing. So that's the end of the video, guys. I appreciate your time. So before you leave, go ahead and leave an appropriate thumb just below the video if you enjoyed the content, and leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote the video. Wait, if you're new, we also explore the alternative markets. If you're into Bitcoin and altcoins, kindly subscribe to the bell, and we'll send you that out momentarily. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So be sure to always be kind. Take care of yourselves. Execute your strategies. Positive energy. Keep it flowing. We'll talk soon. And bye for now, guys.